before you start making that list of Black Friday items to buy, don't forget about next week's comics. Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I'm your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you my top 10 most anticipated comic books of the week. And this is for December 4th, 2019. That's right, fans. This is the video series where hopefully it helps you make decisions on what comics to buy. Remember, this is my most anticipated comics, where your most anticipated comics could be completely different, but at least it gives you an idea of what comic books are coming out next week. So it's never too early to start that pull list. That's right, guys. And I just want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving in case you don't see any of my other videos. And if you do go Black Friday shopping, be safe out there. Alright, so before we jump into this official top 10 countdown, I'm going to give you the book that's on the hot seat this week. That's right. This is the one where each and every week, I'm not sure if I'm going to be picking it up or I could be possibly dropping it, but being that this is a cool cover, I'm probably going to pick it up anyway. And this week's goes to Black Cat. This is issue 7. Now, I most recently read the annual for Black Cat, and it actually was a story that took place before her series came out, okay? And it was actually really well done. I really enjoyed it. The artwork was really well done in that book as well. It's different in the main title, but nevertheless, it got me a little bit more interested in the actual series. This book is 32 pages. It's $3.99. And we have Black Cat, who finally takes on Odessa Drake from the Thieves Guild. So that could be a really cool story. Again, if the story's lame, I got a cool J. Scott Campbell cover. He's one of my favorite artists, so no loss there, right? Alright, so let's move on and officially kick off this countdown, kicking it off with number 10. And number 10 this week goes to Young Justice. This is issue 11. This book has been okay for me, okay? I love the artwork. The characters are kind of cool in here, but it's been taking place everywhere except Earth, pretty much since the very first issue of this series. And the last issue, we were teased with, Naomi's going to be in the book, and blah, 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 blah. And she was, in the last panel of the book. And that's traditionally, Brian Michael Bendis' thing. It's it's like clickbait for comic books. Oh, you think someone's going to be in there, but no, just kidding. Just going to show you a little glimpse of it at the last panel. So, but our heroes return home, finally. So maybe this book will take place on Earth. I like seeing a little bit of the character development in this story, where we got to see a little bit of Teen Lantern and Jenny Hex, and we got to see this Elseworld of these different characters or whatnot. So I'm curious to see what this story is going to offer for its readers going forward, especially now that Naomi is going to be joining this team. So this book is 32 pages, $3.99. All right, coming in at number 9 this week. This one goes to Amazing Spider-Man issue 35. Now, Amazing Spider-Man's been on my list most of the time, because obviously you guys know I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. It's never an Amazing Spider-Man book that I don't read. But I'm not really fond of this story arc with Peter Parker's friend that's building this technology for him and stuff like that. And it has to tie into Spider-Man 2099. And I'm not fond of this whole chameleon situation that's going on. But this one has Spider-Man going against possibly Dr. Doom in this particular issue. So, pretty much enough said on there. I mean, if you're a fan of Dr. Doom and Spider-Man, that could make for a really good fight. So, I'm looking forward to it. Alright, so let's move on to number 8. And my number 8 most anticipated comic this week, it goes to Venom 2099. This is issue 1. What is Venom 2099? That's the question. So this all takes place in Acclimax, and their leading pharmaceutical department help is providing consumers with Freeme. That's the name of the actual drug. The bleeding edge technology you've come to know from our Save Me products with Venom. Our all all-cure drug. Trials begin. Don't let them destroy me. And it comes out, obviously, this December, which is next week. So 40 pages, $4.99. Again, these are all these $20.99. I hear a weird noise. Yeah, sorry. This is all this $20.99 one-shots that are coming out. And obviously, it's Venom. I'm on board with this one. So it looks like this one could be a lot of fun. So I'm checking it out. All right, so moving on to number 7. We go to another Marvel event this time around. And this one goes to Fantastic Four Annihilation Scourge. So we had Scourge come out with the Alpha issue, okay? And now it's taking place with the Fantastic Four. This book is also 40 pages. It's $4.99. And here's the description that it says in case you guys are interested in this particular Marvel book. Alerted to its potential tear in the dimension, the Fantastic Four go to investigate. But what they discover is so much worse than they prepared for. Will the Fantastic Four be able to hold back the Scourge, or will the Negative Zone finally succeed in tearing its family apart? Overrun, the Fantastic Four are about to learn no one ever truly comes home from war. Like I said, Fantastic Four, if you're fans of the characters, if you're a fan of Annihilation, this might be the book for you. Alright, so we're moving on to number 6. And this is another one that has to deal with Annihilation. And this is maybe for a character that people really want to see again. And this is Annihilation Scourge Nova issue 1. Okay, so this one has to do with Richard Rider. We got to see him in Annihilation in the Alpha issue, and he was kind of battling against Annihilus, but Annihilus was actually asking for his help. And here it says, the universe hangs in peril with no room for old grudges. Nova is forced to team up with one of his most nefarious adversaries, Annihilus. But can Richard Rider trust the ruler of the Negative Zone to fight alongside him, or will this turn into a war of two fronts? Again, 40 pages, $4.99. Are you guys going to pick this one up? Let me know in the comments below. Moving on, cracking the top 5. The number 5 this week, it goes to The Infected, Donna Troy. So if you've been reading Batman, Superman, this all has to do with the Batman who laughs, and he's been infecting different heroes, right? And so all these other heroes that have been affected have had kind of their own tie-in books. And now we have Donna Troy involved in this situation. And she was pretty much a badass in that Batman Superman issue. So I was really excited to see when this actual issue came out. And in this description, it says, Donna Troy is a hero. She fought alongside friends, led the Titans into battle, and buried more friends in the line of duty than she cares to remember. She's strong. She's brave. She's one of the fiercest warriors of the planet. And she's the Batman who laughs. Next target for infection. Spinning out of the events of the Batman who laughs, in Batman Superman comes the story of a hero who is done with bringing peace to a world that cannot be trusted with it. A woman whose past has been her greatest adversary and whose newly awakened dark side is ready to burn it all down and forge a new destiny. No more peace, only death. That's right. So yeah, she was pretty cool in the last issue. Looking forward to reading this one. I love the Batman Superman storyline. I think it's just a lot of fun, man. A lot of people might be tired of the Batman who laughs, but again, I love seeing all these different characters turned evil, and then you get to see a little side story, so it's like a little bonus there. Alright, next, number 4 this week goes to Dr. Doom, and this is issue 3. Now, Dr. Doom is held responsible for this environmental project that has horribly gone wrong, okay? He's turned himself in, and then what happens is he wound up escaping because Kang showed him some kind of different future where he could rule the world at peace or whatever it was. Everything was quiet. Dr. Doom had to have some kind of confirmation. He went to some mutant that can see his future as well. he saw it, and then the person that wound up freaking shooting Dr. Doom in the head, like it was an assassination attempt, it was Taskmaster. And I was like, shit, what a way for that freaking book to end, right? And you would think it's not a Doom bot, because when he gets shot in the head, he's like bleeding. And Morgan Le Fay is like, Doom, Victor, no! So I think it's really him, but I don't know if there's going to be some kind of going back in time situation that could happen in this book or whatnot. But man, it made for a great cliffhanger. And if Taskmaster's in this book in the future, I'm really excited for it as well. This is a great series. I definitely recommend it. If you guys want to pick up issues 1 and 2, you might be able to still find it on the stands today. All right, so moving on to the top 3. My number 3 this week goes to Marauders, issue 3. I think Marauders is a great book. I love Kitty Pryde. I love seeing like what she can do with her powers and whatnot. And the description that it says in here is that Sebastian Shaw recruits a new Black Bishop, continuing with his machinations against the 2 queens of the Hellfire Club. Meanwhile, Captain Kate and the Marauders wreak havoc on high seas from the Atlantic to the Pacific in the name of mutant cause. I love Kitty Pryde in this series. You know, she's like this black market drug dealer, but yet she tries to help mutants and whatnot, and she's got her little people on her boat with her. I think it's awesome. At the time of this recording, I still haven't read issue 2 yet, but I know for sure that this is a series that I'm going to be reading in the long term, and I'm really excited for it, and I can't wait for future issues to come out for this one. All right, so moving on. Before we move on to number 2, you want to check out the newest shirt? Yeah, baby, look at that. SpiderMan issue 300 shirt. Saw it in a store. I had to pick it up, and I had to show you guys. Yes, that's right. All right, now back to the countdown. My number 2 most anticipated comic is X-Men. This is issue number 3. That's right, guys. Yeah, I'm excited for this particular issue. I think this one is going to be really a lot of fun. I love the X-Men series. I think it's my second favorite series behind X-Force right now. And in issue 2, we wound up having the 2 islands come together. It was like they were doing it, and then they become one island. And then now there's the summoners on board, and then you have like Apocalypse connected to this summoner and whatnot, and it just makes for this great mystery. And now not only do you have mutants on Krakoa, but you have the summoners and all these other creatures, and how are they going to coexist, and all kinds of stuff. And when you look at the main cover of this book, you have Scott Summers and you have Emma Frost. Where's Jean Grey in this whole thing, right? Or is that just the cover to throw you off, right? So, very much looking forward to this. I think Hickman is doing a wonderful job with the X-Men. Everybody's talking about them. And, yeah, really, really excited for it. But if X-Men is not number 1 and it's number 2... well, what's number 1? Well, that one goes to my newest favorite independent comic from Image Comics. This is Dead Eyes. This is issue 3. This is the end of the first story arc. And this book is really good. It's about a retired villain or a bank robber who winds up going back into the business because his wife is sick and he's trying to earn money. And he tried to do a job by robbing a bank in the last issue. He got his getaway guy by the name of Wheels to help him get away. And the dude was he was drinking and he had a diabetic attack all at the same time. So he like passed out and he was driving his car and he smashed into another car. His guy wound up going to the hospital, and then he wound up pulling off his disguise and go to his wife and be like, hey, you know, what's going on? It's just a good book, and the mafia is after him because there's this rumor that he stole all this money from them, but he really didn't, and there was somebody else that did, and it's just really, really good. So this book is 32 pages, $3.99. If you're not familiar with Dead Eyes, it was originally called Dead Rabbit when it was released by issue 1. This is a great book. and I definitely suggest you guys pick this one up. So guys, there you have it. There is my top 10 most anticipated comics for the week of December 4th. This is 2019. Guys, in the comments below, I want to know what your top 10 most anticipated comics are. And if you didn't, hopefully this list helped you. And guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell, and please don't forget to make sure if you want notifications from me, allow those notifications to go through so you see those videos come to your feed. And guys, as always, thank you. And this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. And once again, guys, enjoy your holiday weekend, and I'll see you real soon.